Hello, my dear students. Welcome back in my fourth lecture on the subject business communication and the topic report writing. For BBA third semester student, I am here Deepika Datsena, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce from Government Kaktiya PG College, Jagdalpur. In this video lecture, we will discuss about the importance of report, the important elements that should be kept in mind while writing a report, and the process of report writing. So, taking the first topic, importance of report. The very much important thing is decision making. A large number of important decisions in the business are taken on the basis of information presented or recommendations made in reports. These recommendations are the most expert advices. Then it helps in planning. Report helps an executive to perform his function of planning and evaluating men and materials resources efficiently. Then provides factual and real information. The reports provide detailed analysis and highlight the factual and real information. It is useful in big organization. Yes, as already I have discussed that as big the organization, as more important the report is. The reports are aid to management, are the management tools to know about what others are doing in the big organizations. And control devices, certain reports acts as a control devices that helps in taking corrective actions. Now, the requirements of good reports. What points should be kept in mind while writing the report? So, the very first one, good form and content. Report must have suggestive title, heading, subheading, paragraphs, divisions. If statistical figures are to be given in the report, then only significant figures and total should be made a part of it. The report must bear the date and the name of the person to whom the report is to be sent. And the objective of the report must be perfectly served. The summary of present position. The contents must follow a logical sequence. The recommendations and reasons for their submission. Then simplicity. Of course, the report must be presented in a simple, unambiguous, and concise and clear language. The figures should be rounded so as to make them easily understandable. If possible, charts, diagrams, or graphs should be used. And consistency. Consistency in preparation of reports. Consistency is closely linked with comparability. Since comparison is possible only when the reports are prepared and informed and collected from a common source. Some accounting principles and concepts are to be used for collecting, classifying, tabulating, and presenting of the information. Then comparability. Report is meant for comparison. The comparison can be in relation to previous periods, the current standards. The objective of comparative report is to highlight significant deviation from previous periods. It helps management in taking corrective decisions and improving the operational efficiency of organization. Promptness. Yes, of course, the promptness in submitting the report is an essential element of good report. As early as report is presented, the quicker action can be taken. The reports are to be based on information. The promptness in reporting will depend on quick collection of facts and figures. Then relevance. The report is to be presented only to the person who need them. It should be moved to relevant department. The report should not be sent to each department but to relevant departments only. Then accurate. The report must be reasonably accurate. The degree of accuracy depends upon promptness, purpose of information, persons requires. The approximation should not be done up to the level where information loses its form and utility. Then controllability. In order to have an appropriate response of report, it is necessary that every report must be addressed to a responsibility center and must contain a message about the variance, which can be controllable at that point. Cost consideration. The cost of preparing and presenting of the report should also be considered. It is the very important factor. This cost should not be more than the advantage derived from such reports. Then frequency of reports. The frequency of report is also significant. Reports should be sent regularly when they are required. Timing of report should be properly set on the basis of nature of information. Then authentic data. A good report is always based upon authentic data that is verifiable. By authenticity data we mean empirically collected facts based on sound logarithmic principles. And finally, brevity means pithiness and consideration. Business report has to follow the golden principle of brevity. This does not mean that minor details should be excluded. American trend in report writing is to go for journalistic sentences which are brief and catchy. Unnecessarily long statements make the argument ruin. Therefore, it is advisable to write a report that is briefly exhaustive. Now, the next and the main body of the video lecture, process of report writing. So, the first stage, pre-writing stage. In this stage, the report writer has to decide the purpose and nature of report. Whether the report should be statutory or non-statutory, the purpose of the report will determine other stages. Then determination of readers. It should be determined whether the intended readers belong to top level or middle level of management, general public, etc. Then the background research material. Yes, it should be collected from libraries, industrial sources, and analysis of data. The data collected is analyzed and evaluated at this stage. Then the next stage, deciding structure. There are various ways to design the structure of the report. The first is heading. It should be clear, short, meaningful, and attractive heading. The address. The report are made for the persons who require the information. So it is essential to write the names of readers. Then contents. Report should contain the list of contents. It should be arranged in serial orders along with page numbers on which such contents are to be found. Then terms of reference. It gives reason for writing the report. Brief description of the problem is stated. The object and the scope of investigation are also given in this part. Then the body of report. This is the main part of the report. It is lengthy and important. In this part, the facts and the date is stated. It includes the presentation of data in form of graphs, tables, diagrams, along with the analysis of data. Then recommendation. This part consists of conclusions and recommendations. The conclusions are made on the basis of facts and collected data, and recommendations are given on the basis of conclusions. Then reference. It is customary to mention list of references indicating the sources from where the material has been taken. And the last, signature. There should be a signature of the person who is responsible for its preparation. Then the next stage, drafting. It is an important stage in report writing. This stage includes collection and analysis of data. The first step in drafting is to collect the information, facts and data. Investigations, observations and the interviewer views or survey help in collecting the information, facts and data. Then this has to be analyzed properly. Then writing of report. Report writing is an art that can be developed by practicing report writing and by studying the reports of other writers. Reports are written for others, so it should be properly written. Then the fourth, rewriting of the report. This involves reviewing, revising and recopying the matters already written. And the final stage, presentation of report. After rewriting the report, it is presented to the authorized person or the concerned person. It may be typewritten, printed or handwritten depending upon the number of copies required. Sufficient margin should be kept on the left hand side. Report should be written on one side of the paper. Proper paragraph should be made and numbering should be done with the required. Important information should be presented in the form of diagram, illustrations and charts, and these should be numbered. So thank you my dear students. Hope you have understood the topic letter writing and the topic report writing. Thank you.